Hello, football fans. Yes, we've got a Kenya shirt on today because next up, our big major trip, we are off to Nairobi, Kenya to watch the African Nations Championship. That's right, not the African Cup of Nations yet, but the African Nations Championship, which is a tournament specifically for African players that are domiciled in their native countries. So Kenya, managed by Benny McCarthy no less, have picked a squad of Kenyan players that are playing in the Kenyan Premier League. I think it's a really interesting concept and it should be good to see. Me personally, I've always loved African football. I remember years ago, decades ago even, watching the African Cup of Nations, watching Nigeria win the Olympics with Kanu, liking players like Amakachi and things like that. And I like it because there always seems to be so much drama associated with African football, rightly or wrongly, I guess. Anyway, Chan 24 has been no different. And yes, that's right, 24. So this tournament has been delayed by a year because of political matters, funding challenges, infrastructure issues. But the good news is everything's inspected, everything's finished. Africa is ready to host this tournament. So when we get to Kenya, who are we going to be watching? Well, Nairobi is hosting Group A, which obviously contains Kenya. Morocco are in the group as well, which I think is going to be a tough challenge. They're probably, maybe even one of the favourites for the whole tournament. Definitely favourites for Group A. Angola are in the group as well. DR Congo are in there. And last but definitely not least, Zambia. 5 teams that I've never seen play before, probably some of which I've never even watched before. This is going to be really interesting, I think. Kenya is using 2 stadiums, both located in Nairobi. Firstly, the Nyayo, which is the national stadium, freshly refurbished and ready to go, specially for this tournament. And also the Kasarani Stadium at the Moi International Sports Centre, which is spectacular. It looks brand new, it looks brilliant from what I've seen online. And I think what's really interesting is the Kenyan authorities and the Football Federation are clearly making a big push to get people through the gates to support this event, which is great to see. The regular tickets are 200 Kenyan shillings, which is about £1.20. The VIP tickets are about 500 Kenyan shillings, which is about £3, £3 sterling. And the VVIP is about 1,000 Kenyan shillings, again around £6 in sterling. I'm going to get a variation of different tickets at different stadiums and just see what the different experiences are going to deliver. If you've seen my other trip preview videos, such as Brazil, such as the Euro Under-21 tournaments, both of which we had a fabulous time, of course we did. I like to go through the shirts because I'm prepared and I've got different options for different games. But I realised I was looking at the fixtures, some of the teams that have been mentioned, like Zambia and DR Congo, I don't have anything that I can wear for the event. So I had a little look through my back catalogue. Let's see what African shirts I've got that will give us some options on the day. Starting off, clearly, the Kenyan national team actually plays in red. I'm going to make it my mission to find a proper shirt. I actually don't know what this is. I think I bought it off a market stall. I've got a Kenyan Rugby Union shirt upstairs as well, which is really heavy, but I liked it because it was green. But yeah, I'd like to get a proper Kenya shirt, but I've got some other options as well. Let's have a look. Firstly, AFC Leopards. That's right, from Kenya. So these are a Kenyan Premier League team that I watched on my first trip, and I've got a shirt. It's a large, yeah, it's a little snug on me, but it'll be fine. Hopefully it's not too divisive because there's a big rivalry in Kenya between AFC Leopards and Gor Mahia. So I'll be wearing this to one of the games, I think. Secondly, I've got a Montreal shirt. Now, Wayne, what's that got to do with Kenyan football? Come on. Well, if we have a look on the back, it's got the legend, the Kenyan greatest of all time, the GOAT himself, Victor Wanyama on the back. Former Celtic, former Tottenham man, was winding down his career in Canada, but now I think he's back in Scotland playing for Neil Lennon again at Dunfermline, is it? So he's a legend round that way. This one is definitely getting an outing to one of the games. I've got this as well. I don't know what this is, to be honest, but it says Kenya on it and it kind of looks like a football shirt, doesn't it? And I bought it at a market and it's nice and bright and snazzy and it's quite light for when it's hot as well. So, yeah, I'll give that an outing for one of the games. I don't know which or when or whatever. Like I say, I'm going to try and get hold of a proper Kenya football shirt, which is in red. But anyway, we'll take this along with us. I'm sure it'll come in useful somehow. Next up, we've got an Arsenal shirt. Wayne, aren't you an Everton fan, amongst loads of other teams that you support from the places that you've visited globally? Yes, I am an Everton fan, but this is the Kenya colours Arsenal shirt that I don't think got a lot of press in the UK, but this is massive in kind of East Africa. Loads of people wearing it, and I just thought I had to buy it because it's an Arsenal shirt, it's recognisable, and it's in Kenyan flag colours, right? And on the back, Martinelli. I had to get that. Actually, I think he's a great player, but also because he once screwed me over on Football Manager. I had him on loan, tried to sign him permanently, and he declined and went elsewhere, and I've never forgiven him since. Such is life. I don't know where I got this from, or how I ended up with a Kaiser Chiefs shirt in my collection. It is original. I think it was one of those ones that you get from M&M Direct or something like that, you know, when they're like $13.99 or something like that, and you see it, and you think, go on then, I'll get that. I actually think it's quite a nice shirt. Still fits me well. It is a little bit raggy now, actually, so it might be the last time it gets worn, but it gives me some African representation, and yeah, it'll definitely be getting worn at some stage of the tournament at one of the games. Last but not least, we have a Morocco shirt, which has turned out very useful because Morocco are in Kenya's group. Now, maybe you can or can't tell, it's got Hakimi on the back of it. It's definitely fake. It says it's XL. I don't know whether it's XL boys. I've not worn this for years. I tried it on pre-video and I heard it ripping as I was pulling it down over my head. So it might be a snug one, this, but it gives us an option, and it'll probably get worn and then maybe given away at one of the games. But we've got a Morocco shirt in our collection as well. So we've got some options there, guys. We've got some stuff. I did order a DR Congo shirt online, but it's not going to arrive on time, sadly, which is a shame, because I would have liked to have had that within the collection. Anyway, we've got enough to work with here, I think. So that's it, football fans. Honestly, I really don't know what to expect from this event. Anything could happen. What I do know is we're going to have a great time like we always do, and it's going to be a really memorable occasion and adventure. I can't wait to get out there, start going to the games, meeting some of the people, showing you guys around. I'm really excited about this, as I always say and continue to say. The next set of videos you see will be from Nairobi, Kenya, East Africa. Let's go.